Hey everyone. So we are coming up on the end of July, which is sort of amazing. And what better way, I guess, to end July, or at least for me, than to do the mid-year book Freakout tag. And first of all, thank goodness for Goodreads, so I can actually keep track of my books and my feelings on them and what I thought of them, even if I just rate them with the stars. I didn't know Goodreads existed until, I mean, it's been less than a year that I've been using Goodreads. Didn't even know it existed prior to that. So thank goodness for that, so I could actually do this tag and participate in it. Which I've read so many good books so far this year, and it was just kind of fun to reflect back and think of my answers to this tag and remember some of the good books I've read. So I have them written down right here, and it's 15 questions, and I'm just gonna get started. Question number 1 is best book you've read so far in 2017. And this question was really easy for me because it was 100% The Fox and the Hound by Daniel P. Mannix. Oh, man. First of all, this book that I have in my hand here is in plastic because I want to protect it and keep it pristine. The Fox and the Hound is out of print now, and so it's a little difficult to find a copy. You're not going to be able to just go to your library. Probably you're not going to be able to go to your library and get it, and you're not going to find it in a used bookstore. If you do, then you're sitting on a good chunk of money, basically. But I got this for my birthday, and it was the best gift ever because it was the best book I've read. It's my new favorite book. So this 100%, and I need someone on BookTube to read it and tell me what you thought, because I'm the only person I know personally that has read this book. No one's commented on my past videos and told me that they've read this, and certainly no one I know in my real life has read this. So yes, definitely the best one I've read in 2017, and will be the best book probably I've ever read. Question number 2, best sequel you've read so far. And I don't have an answer for this because I actually have not read a single sequel this year. Not a single one. So, question number 3, a new release you haven't read yet or wanted to. And at first I didn't think I was going to have an answer for this because I do not know what books are being released. I don't keep track of that, and I don't know. I don't have books that I am constantly waiting on. The last time that really happened was Harry Potter. But there is a book that got released recently, and it was written by Emily Cook over at Argus Schooling, who is also a booktuber. And it's a literary education adapting Charlotte Mason for modern secular homeschooling. And that is one I do want to read that was released this year. Because I'm a homeschooler and I'm a secular one, and I love the literary approach, and I am really, really curious to read her book. So I really want to read that, and that's a new book. Let's see. Number 4, most anticipated release for second half of the year. And again, I didn't think I was going to have an answer, but I did come up with The Winds of Winter by George R.R. Martin. I Googled it. It was supposed to come out, I think, last year or the year before. It's supposed to have come out, but the date keeps getting pushed back, and now apparently it might come out this fall, but basically all George R.R. Martin fans don't count on it because it's him, and we all know that just because that's projected does not mean it's actually going to happen, because he takes a lot of time writing his books, which is okay with me. It's okay with me because they're excellent. Question number 5, the biggest disappointment, and that was definitely Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This is actually a Spanish copy I accidentally bought. And so I checked it out from the library, but I just wanted something to show you guys. Yeah, definitely my biggest disappointment. And it was only the biggest disappointment for me because it was just so many people loved it and have raved about it, and I was excited to read it, and it just did not do a thing for me. So that was my biggest disappointment so far. Question number 6, the biggest surprise. And the biggest surprise, I guess, would have had to have been The Family Romanov by Candace Fleming, which was a library book I don't have to show you. And it was just a surprise for me because it was nonfiction, and it was about the Russian royal family, which I really didn't have any prior knowledge of other than knowing that they had been killed, you know, all of them. And I guess it was just a big surprise for me because I didn't expect to feel so emotional or touched by it, being a nonfiction book about Russian royalty, but it touched me, and I cried a little and felt very invested in the story and read it rather quickly. So that was a big surprise. A pleasant, semi-pleasant one. I don't know. It wasn't pleasant, but, you know, it was a surprise. Question number 7, favorite new author or new to you? And definitely my favorite new to me author, because she's not a new author, is Sheila K. Adams. And this is one of the books that she has written, My Old True Love. She's actually only written 2 books, but she is such an excellent storyteller. I want her to write more. She's actually a really local author to me. She grew up where I live currently, so I don't know. Her books were so good. Her books are so good. Her storytelling is excellent. And I want more. More, please. Just more. That's all I want. But I don't know that she's going to write anymore because her last 2 books were written like in the early 90s, and I don't know if she's continuing to work on her writing or not. Let's see. Oh, question number 8. Newest fictional crush. Which I haven't had fictional crushes in a long time. Probably the last ones were when I was younger and I was reading Harry Potter. But I guess in terms of crush, I don't know how to word this. Not a crush, but someone that I felt that I could be attracted to in a literary way. Like, I thought he was sweet and funny, and I don't know. But it was definitely Kolya from City of Thieves by David Benioff. Yeah, just his character was just funny and really lovable and likable, but in a really, like, I don't know, danger boy sense. I don't know how to describe it. I just really liked his character. And that also goes with question number 9, which was your new favorite character. And I just thought his character was really well written, and I really, really liked him a lot. So that was that. Question number 10, book that made you cry. So many made me cry, so I just really had to pick one where I didn't know that I would end up crying. I knew it was going to be a good story, but I didn't know that it would make me cry necessarily. But it was The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd, and it was an excellent book, and I was bawling at the end. So I think I picked that one because it was one of my harder cries. It was just very emotional at the end, so I really like that. Question number 11, book that made you happy. And I couldn't find the first one, even though I have it, but it was definitely Anne of Green Gables. This is the second book in the series, and I picked Anne of Green Gables because it was a reread for me, and I think I read it back in April, and I was not feeling good at all that month. I was feeling horrendous, and I wasn't reading that much, but I read Anne of Green Gables in about a day and a half, and it really kept me distracted and made me feel better. So that's why I picked Anne. Oh, by Ellen Montgomery, if I didn't mention that. Question number 12. Favorite book to film adaptation you saw this year? And I saw nothing new. So I just had to go with Black Beauty because I reread this, and then of course after I reread this, I watched the movie. And yeah, I felt a little emotional about it, and even though I've seen the movie like 20 times and read the book more than twice, I know I've read the book several times now, it still was excellent as always. So I love Black Beauty, and I love the movie so much. I would watch it every year if my family would let me. Let's see. Question number 13. Favorite video you've done so far? It was a toss-up between my chicken picks TBR, where I had one of my chickens pick a piece of paper with a book for me to read out of a jar. That was kind of fun. And then my birthday book haul, which was a single book haul, but I was so excited on that day for after I received The Fox and the Hound. So that book haul or video just has a really good memory tied to it, but the chicken picks one was really fun to do. So either one of those. Question number 14. The most beautiful book you've bought or received so far? Now, one of my Sheila K. Adams books I don't have with me because my husband is reading it, and that was definitely a contender, and I probably would choose that if I had it, but I really wanted to show you something because it's supposed to be most beautiful, and I assume they mean the cover art or something like that. That's the interpretation I'm going with. But the other most beautiful book that I bought this year was Impatient with the Desire by Gabrielle Burton, and this was about the Donner Party that gets stranded in the mountains. I think we're all familiar with that story, and how the people that survive end up having to cannibalize each other. And I really like the cover because it's sort of deceptive. This is about basically cannibalism, but look at the cover. Look how beautiful the mountain scene is. And it's shimmery, and it's got these beautiful, delicate flowers, and you would just never know. You would never pick up this book and think it was going to be about the Donner Party and people eating each other. Not that it was a gruesome book at all, but I'm just saying the content as far as that goes, like, I just think that's kind of funny and ironic. So that's why I like this cover in particular. And the last question. Question 15. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? Well, I need to read and I need to finish because I'm done by this much, and that's just a tissue paper bookmark. It's It by Stephen King. I really need to finish this. I just haven't yet because I was just getting really dragged down with reading a really long book and just had to put it down and start reading shorter ones. But I'm going to finish this year. And then another book I really want to read is Kindred by Octavia Butler. My library doesn't have it. It's driving me crazy. But I'm trying not to buy it just yet. I'm probably going to end up having to buy it, but I'm just trying to wait and read other books first. But, so, I'm all done. That was the mid-year book Freakout tag. And of course, I don't think we're supposed to tag anyone, but I tag everyone who has been keeping track of their reading and their books, and yeah. Here I am trying to end my video awkwardly again. This always happens, and I apologize for that. But yeah, that was it, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again really soon.